That's alright. It's a great car, it's got tremendous brakes. You obviously have to push on the pedal, but they are fantastic. Yeah. And it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Wipers, if you need them, are on the right hand stalk. If you think you'll need them on intermittent, so just up one, I think it is. And when you're ready, first gear, handbrake's already off, and we're good to go.
Okay.
Got a couple of cars coming around the track, so just keep it steady. One more Ferrari. Start to build your speed now, over onto the track. That's it, keep going. That's it, keep going, keep accelerating. On the brakes. Right, a passenger ride car coming past, just slow it down. Off and round to the right. That's it, turn for your blue cone. Little bit of power on, smoothly start to accelerate. Knock the wipers off now. That's it, keep going, leave it in fourth. Corner we're coming down to, it's a blind apex, so you need to follow the white line on the left as closely as you can. Stay left, off the brakes but stay left, all the way to the turn board, turn to the middle of the track, hold it there, bit of power on, bit more, start to accelerate now, start to let the lock off, over towards the orange cone, keep accelerating, up and over to the right hand side, into fifth, keep going, keep the power on, off the power, off the brakes, round to the left, a little bit of power, smoothly accelerate, let the car drift to the orange cone. That's it, then back over to the left hand side, keep accelerating, keep going, keep going, keep going, off the power, on the brakes, off the brakes, round to the right. That's it, a little bit of power on, coming up to a long right hand, and we're going to stay slightly left to the centre of the track. That's it, a little bit of power on, a bit more. Keep to the left, bit more power, keep left, look for your blue cone, turn towards it and accelerate away. That's it, pass him on the right, go, go, go. Keep going, keep accelerating. Keep going. Off the power, on the brakes. Brake harder, 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 harder. Off the brakes, round to the right. Back on the power, keep to the left. On the brakes and down to fourth. That's sixth, that's fourth. Sorry. Off the brakes, stay left. Stay left. Turn to the middle. Bit of power on. Turned a bit early that time. More power. More power. Let the car drift out. Keep the power on. Over to the right hand side and back up again. That's it. Round to the left. Back on the power, let the car drift out. Over to the left hand side, keep the power on. Off the brakes, round to the right. Down to fourth. Little bit of power. Keep to the left, a bit more power, keep left, look for your blue cone, turn to the blue, start to accelerate, pass the blue to the right hand side, that's it, keep going, keep the power on, that's it, keep the power on, off the power, hard on the brakes, harder, 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 off and round to the right. That's it, back on the power. Don't be afraid to push the brakes, mate, because you won't lock them up. Okay. left. Off the brakes, stay left, stay left, stay left. Turn to the middle, bit of power on. You're still turning too early. Back on the power, more power. More, keep going. Over to the right hand side, into fifth. Keep going, keep the power on. Off and round to the left. Back on the power. Keep going. Over to the left hand side, keep the power on. Brake to the turn board, brake harder. Off, round to the right. Off the brakes, come on, back on the power. Off the brakes, stay in the middle, little bit of power on. Little bit more. Keep to the left. Turn to the blue and accelerate away. I won't let you crash. Not too often anyway.
Never.
Off the power, on the brakes. Brake harder, harder. Off the brakes, round to the right. Back on the power. That's it, keep the power on. I want you to get this corner crack on this time, so just hook this white line, yeah?
Yeah.
On the brakes, down to fourth. Off the brakes, but stay left. Stay left. That's it, turn to the middle. Power back on. Accelerate now. Keep accelerating. That's better. See how much earlier you can get on and keep going.
Yeah.
Into fifth. Off the brakes, round to the left. Back on the power, let the car drift. Much better. Over to the left, keep going. And brake. Brake hard, harder. Off, round to the right. That's it. And this time we're going in, so we're going to slow it down, keep tight to the left hand side. Last lap, as expected, best lap.
Okay.
So just keep that up when you're in the Aston. What you will find with the Aston though, it's a much heavier car, so listen to the instructor because it's totally different.
What gear should I go in?
Third. What car do you normally drive?
It's a Ford Fiesta. Should I go back where we went?
Yeah.
Ford Fiesta 1 2, so there's a bit of a change.
Right, yeah. Well, what you'll find, the difference between driving your Fiesta and this is like driving this and the Aston. Stop there. Into neutral, leave it running. Excellent, nice one.